All right, my people, welcome back to the midweek goal buffet. You know the vibe: floodlights, tired legs, questionable defending, and one center back somewhere thinking, I swear that guy was offside. Today, we're keeping it simple and very unromantic. We're shopping in the over 1.5 goals aisle, because over 1.5 is the two-goal tax. We're not begging for a 4-3 classic. We just need 2 goals. 2, that's it. One sloppy clearance, one penalty that nobody agrees with, and boom, we're cooking. Quick reminder before we dive in, this is for entertainment, vibes, and football therapy. Bet responsibly, don't chase losses, and if your bankroll is smaller than your lunch budget, protect it like it's a clean sheet in the 90th minute. Let's get into the picks. 1. Brighton versus Arsenal, over 1.5. This game always feels like Arsenal arrive with a spreadsheet, Brighton arrive with jazz. Brighton at home are that team that will play out from the back, even if you press them with 8 people and a golden retriever. They're brave, sometimes too brave. And brave teams donate chances like it's charity week. Arsenal's vibe right now? Serious title energy, very no smiling until May. They're also dangerous in multiple ways: open play, transitions, and especially set pieces. If you blink on a corner, Arsenal will have you down 0-1 before the replay finishes. And here's the thing, Brighton usually find moments too. It might not be constant, but they'll get spells. A few sharp combinations, a cutback, a shot that deflects off someone's shin and becomes a philosophical debate. So for over 1.5, we're not asking Brighton to win. We're not asking Arsenal to dominate. We're asking for a game that behaves like football. 2 goals is so realistic here, it's basically rent. 2. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Man United win or draw, plus over 1.5. St. James Park at night is never normal. It's loud, it's emotional, and it always feels like somebody's about to do something unhinged. Newcastle's vibe lately has been chaotic. In the we can score, we can concede, we can also randomly forget how legs work kind of way. And if there's even a hint of squad rotation, fitness doubts, or late illness chatter, that usually leads to mistakes, and mistakes lead to goals. Now Manchester United, the energy around them recently feels a lot more stable than it used to. Less soap opera, more, okay, we actually have a plan. They're picking up results, and even when they don't look perfect, they're grinding. So this bet builder is basically saying, United don't lose, win or draw, and we get at least 2 goals. That's a very reasonable combo for this fixture, because these games tend to have moments. A Newcastle goal from sheer chaos, a United equalizer from quality, a late scramble, a set piece, a rebound. You know the script. If this match was a movie, it's not a calm drama. It's an action film where someone definitely falls through a table. 3. Hamburger SV versus Bayer Leverkusen. Over 1.5. German football, my friends. The land of, why defend when we can simply attack harder? Hamburg at home usually bring that big club energy, crowd pushing, tempo high, and they'll take risks. Leverkusen are the type to punish those risks with one clean move, and suddenly you're 0-1 and wondering why your fullbacks were standing in the center circle. This matchup screams goals because Hamburg can contribute, especially at home, and Leverkusen absolutely have the quality to score even on a May day. Over 1.5 here feels like ordering fries with your meal. It's not exotic, it's just correct. If this ends 0-0, I'll personally write an apology letter to the Bundesliga. 4. FC Lugano vs FC Sion. Over 1.5. Swiss Super League is quietly a vibe. It's like football that doesn't get enough hype, but every time you watch it, you're like, wait, why is this kind of spicy? Lugano vs Sion has that mid-table ambition meets sneaky chaos feeling. The kind of game where one team scores, then the other team immediately decides they've been disrespected and starts launching attacks like it's personal. Also, these are the matches where you get a random long shot that goes in because the keeper saw a ghost, a penalty from a handball that nobody asked for, or a corner that turns into a comedy sketch. We just need 2 goals. This is the type of league where 2 goals often shows up simply because someone got bored of passing sideways. 5. Kifisia vs PAOK, over 1.5. Okay, Greek Super League, this is where emotions live. PAOK usually come into matches with that we're here to take points attitude. They travel with purpose. They've got quality, they've got physicality, and they're not afraid to turn the game into a scrap if needed. Kifisia, on the other hand, are often in that survival mode, and survival mode creates moments. Because teams fighting for their lives don't sit politely. They press at weird times, they throw bodies forward, they do risky things because safe things still get you relegated. So the vibe is, PAOK should create chances, Kifizia can nick one on a set piece or transition, and Greek games can flip fast if there's an early goal. Over 1.5 doesn't care who wins. It just wants the match to have events. And Greece always has events. 6. Ingolstadt versus Duisburg. Over 1.5 Liga is one of my favorite chaos factories. It's physical. It's intense. It's the kind of football where a simple throw-in becomes a full wrestling episode. Ingolstadt versus Duisburg has a very classic lower league storyline. One team trying to be solid at home, the other team pushing for big objectives, and both teams fully capable of conceding the type of goal that makes the coach stare into the void. Over 1.5 here is built on set pieces, second balls, defensive errors under pressure, and the fact that these games rarely stay quiet for 90 minutes. You don't need perfect tactics for goals at this level. You just need one moment of uh-oh. 7. Alemannia Aachen versus Schweinfurt 05. Over 1.5. This one feels like a prove-a-point match. Aachen at home tend to bring energy, crowd, intensity, lots of effort. Schweinfurt, depending on form, can either be stubborn or they can collapse the moment they concede. And games like this often go one of two ways. Aachen score early, Schweinfurt have to open up, and suddenly chances appear everywhere, or it's tight for a while. Then one goal breaks the whole structure and you get a second. Over 1.5 is basically us saying, surely at some point, someone will do something that results in a ball crossing a line twice. Very scientific. 8. Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. Man City win or draw plus over 1.5. Alright, this is the thumbnail vibe match. The big shiny one. The don't overthink it special. City at home are usually like a metronome. They control the ball, they control territory, and they slowly squeeze the life out of you until you make a mistake. Forest's vibe in these games is often survive, counter, pray, repeat. Now, because it's football, City can sometimes concede, especially if there's a rare lapse or Forest catch them in transition. But that's fine, because our bet builder is friendly. City win or draw, so we're not asking for perfection, and over 1.5, 2 goals. City alone can cover the 2-goal line on a normal day, and if Forest contribute, even better. This pick is basically, City should avoid losing, and the match should contain at least 2 goals like most City home games do. It's the comfy hoodie of bets. Outrow. So that's the card. A stack of over 1.5 picks, the sensible, low-drama, 2-goal lifestyle, plus 2 bet builders where we say, big team, please don't lose, and kindly allow at least 2 goals to exist. If you're playing these, consider splitting stakes. Don't go full villain mode on one slip. And remember, football is beautiful, and also deeply committed to ruining our confidence at random. If you enjoyed the vibe, drop a like, subscribe, and comment your bravest prediction, and I mean brave. Not City will have shots. Give me something spicy like goalkeeper assist or 90+4 heartbreak. Good luck, stay responsible, and may your over 1.5 land early so you can watch the rest of the match like a relaxed football philosopher. See you in the next one.